Welcome to Live, Life Inspired Views for Every Day. My name is Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul. Today, I'm going to read you a list of good things for people to do, like say thank you to a role model, make a thoughtful gift for someone, write someone a thank you letter, spread a sunny outlook on life, remind someone that you love them, listen to a friend in need, surprise someone with a compliment, give without expectations, appreciate the small things. Remember to say please and thank you. Cook someone a homemade meal. Send a friend a handwritten note. Believe in yourself and others. Be a force of positivity. Laughter is contagious. Share it. Surprise someone with an act of kindness. Hold the door for the next person. Leave a thank you note for the mail carrier. Share a favorite recipe. Hmm. Guess where I found these wise suggestions? On the Johnny Pops popsicle sticks. On the top of the box, there is an icon that says, Kindness is golden. I was about to find a way to recycle our daughter's popsicle sticks when I suddenly noticed something fascinating printed on each stick. And that's when I discovered the messages and learned about Jolly Pops. This popsicle company found a simple and subtle way to hopefully make a difference in the attitudes of people who eat their popsicles. I was amazed. The messages came without fanfare, aggressiveness, pomp, or manipulation for more sales. They were just there, revealed after you finished eating the popsicle. Can you imagine the marketing company of that corporation sitting in their think room and trying to dream up a way to get a message of their mission to make the world a better place out to the public in a meaningful and lasting way? The two guys who started the company believe that sharing kindness helps achieve that mission. Do you have a personal mission? Do you intentionally think about how you can reflect that personal mission statement to people so that when they think of you, they think of that statement? I know every time I see our daughter Maria eating one of those popsicles, I'll think of the ways kindness can be spread as suggested on those popsicle sticks. I mentioned before that when I assigned my students the task of deciding their own mission statements, I knew I had to find mine as well. That journey was life changing. I told this in one of my earlier podcasts right at the beginning, but it bears repeating if it encourages you to find your own personal mission statement. I had learned from my brother Pete, a former chemistry and physics teacher, about the concept of the theory of everything, TOE, in which scientists believe there is one theorem that can explain everything why something is soft or hard, or liquid or gas. He repeated to me, only one theorem. So I said, Pete, what's your theory of everything of your teaching? He gave me a one or two sentence statement that described his philosophy of teaching. My dad was with us during the discussion and was a retired pastor, so I asked him what his theory of everything of his ministry was. Dad thought and said, "Hmm, I'd look at someone and think, what do they need? And then I go about helping them to fulfill that need." So the next week, I gave that as assignment to my grad counseling students. When I told our son, who had his PhD in English, about this, he replied, Mama, that's like the Japanese poem, the haiku. The Japanese use it to give a thought in a breath. So I labeled my assignment from there on, what is your philosophy of counseling, of education, or of life in a breath? When I completed my own reflection, I determined my philosophy of life in a breath is I live to be a bridge builder. It guides me like a suggestion of living on a popsicle stick. It truly has been that guiding force in my life because of my reflecting on who I was and what I strive for. I found how this ambition brings me purpose and meaning. If you had a bunch of popsicle sticks on which you could stamp what is most important to you in living each day, what phrases would you choose? I hope you will take time to write them down, because if you do, you will discover the blueprint to your own philosophy of life in a breath. We were just with our grandson Arva and his mom and dad, too. For dessert, we had, guess, Johnny Pop's popsicles. Our son Andrew said that Arvel waits each time he eats one to have the magic message read to him after the last lick. Eric Brust and Connor Ray dreamed up the idea for their company and the way of sending their mission statement into the world while in their dorm room at St. Olaf College. It shows that the ripple effect of powerful and life changing messages can come to you simply, even on the end of a popsicle stick. You just have to keep open to them. Find your philosophy of life in a breath, and then write it on your bathroom mirror and say it each morning before you leave the reflection looking back at you, or put it on a popsicle stick. Join me next Monday for Live, Life Inspired Views for Every Day. I'm Chris Meyer, and I'm a curious soul.